No, 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 no. I, yes, I did say I would use that song for an intro, but I was just kidding. I can't play that song on YouTube. Why? First of all, copyright infringement, and the lyrics of that song will probably get me kicked off YouTube. Sorry. Sorry, folks. Production team. Okay, let's work on another song. Until then, let's let her rip. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of oh Wrestling Gold Friday Night. Yes, this is a live stream, but this is not the spot show live stream. It is Wrestling Gold Friday Night because it is Friday, payday for some, not for me, expense week for me, but not pay week. But hopefully everybody had a good week. Little warm, but not too bad. Or I'm just getting used to it. Or because I've been closer to home, not in South Georgia this week. Anyway, welcome everybody. What the heck's going on here? Anyway, phone is off, or not off, but yeah, on vibrate. Anyway, as you seen earlier, it was announced today that we lost another legend, Alpha Anoia of the Wild Samoans. Of course, this comes almost 2 months after Sika has passed away. So, um, morbidly thinking, I don't want to be too morbid, but the brothers are reuniting now and creating havoc in the big ring in the sky. Probably have some matches with the Road Warriors. Could you imagine that? Prime Road Warriors, Prime Samoans. That would be that would be a snug contest. Anyway, yes, he did pass away today at the age of 81. A little bit of history about him. Um, he was born in Western Samoa Trust Territory, then administered by the Dominion of New Zealand. His family relocated to San Francisco, California when he was young. At age 17, he enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. Upon leaving the Marines, he started his wrestling training. Got trained by Rocky Johnson, Peter Maivia, his uncle, and received supplemental training by Kurt Von Steiger. His first match was in 1971 in Phoenix, Arizona. He then trained his brother Sika, and his siblings formed a tag team, of course, of the Wild Samoans. Pretty much kind of joined at the hip here. Went to Stampede Promotion, received further training from Stu Hart, poor guys. Went to numerous National Wrestling Alliance affiliates. Traveled to Japan, won the IWA World Tag Team title there. 1979, the Wild Samoans joined the World Wrestling Federation, where they was managed by Captain Lou Albano and referred to as Albano. Albano's wild men. The wild nature of the brothers was conveyed through their unorthodox behavior, which included communicating only in unintelligent grunts and consuming unprepared raw fish during interviews and while approaching the ring. While in the WWF, the Wild Samoans won the WWF World Tag Team Championship. Both members also challenged Bob Backlund for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship on several occasions. They left for a while in 1980, then wrestled in the Mid South Wrestling for Bill Watts, Jim Crockett Promotions as well, before returning to WWF um, and regaining the WWF World Tag Team Championship. Of course, their first run in the for Vince, it was for Vince Senior. It was then called the WWF. In 1983, regaining the World Tag Team Championship after a Sika server entry. The tag team was supplemented with Alpha Sun Samu. The relationship was not acknowledged on TV. The trio remained in the WWF until 1984. Samu, I believe, would team with Fatu to form the Wild or Samoan SWAT team. Then became Samoan SWAT team. Then when they came to WWF in the 90s, was called the Head Shrinkers. Um, let's see. The trio remained WWF until 1994. According to Alpha, he lost his job because he missed work to attend the son of another son he had. I think you hear he say he had 7 kids. Alpha Junior, Lloyd. Uh, he wrestled as a Dahin Savage. Um, and LA Smooth for a while. Anyways, and for Sam. The Anoya turned to the WWF for a third time in 1982 as the manager of the occasional tag team partner to the Head Shrinkers, Samu, and of course his nephew Fatu. He wrestled his final match May 22nd, 1984, teaming with the Head Shrinkers to defeat the Quebecers and Johnny Polo at the Rosemont Arena. When Samu left in WWF in 1994, he also managed Sion, which is the Barbarian. Anoya left WWF mid '95. Post career, after leaving WWF, he began training wrestlers at the Wild Samoan Training Facility along with Sika. August 15th, both men reunited for a one-night teaming with Disco Inferno, Gene Liggett, and Big Cheese to defeat Ken Timms, George Love, Jay Love, Gary Royal, and Kane Adams at the IWA Night of Legends in Cannonopolis, North Carolina. Never been there. March 31st, 2007, the Wild Samoans were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame by Samu and Sika's son Matt. He was the wrestling trainer for Darren Ronald, the director. He he was a trainer for the movie The Wrestler for Mickey Rourke and all those guys. In 2013, 2014, Alpha came out of retirement to wrestle for his promotion World Extreme Wrestling at age 71. The Wild Spoons appeared at Hell in a Cell 2020 to celebrate Roman Reigns' victory. Uh, let's see, in 1999, Alpha and Lynn Noy started the Usos Foundation, a non-profit organization aimed at turning youth away from drugs and gangs and poverty by providing scholarships to the Wild Samoans Training Center. So, giving back to the community uh, is always a good thing, but yeah, pretty much joined at the hip with his brother, just like his brother, won tag team championships all over the place. Big Time Wrestling, World Wrestling Council, AWA Southern Tag Team Champions, Georgia Championship Wrestling, National Tag Team Champions, Gulf Coast Tag Team Champions, as mentioned, International Wrestling Enterprise, Tag Team Champions, Mid South, NWA Canada Tag Team Champions, Mid America, Southeastern Championship Wrestling, Stampede, and of course the World Wrestling or Worldwide Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions 3 times, all with Sika. Of course, they were inducted in the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2012, and in the WWE Hall of Fame in 2007. So Condolences go to the Noya family again. Definitely a huge, definitely a huge loss to that family. Oh, he has. Oh, down here. He also appeared in two movies and a TV show. He appeared in the movie Body Slam. I think I remember him in that one. Anybody remember watching the movie Body Slam? Uh, he appeared in an episode in Miami Vice and appeared in Mr. Nanny. I did not see Mr. Nanny. Yes, condolences go to the friends and family of Alpha. May he rest in peace. Joe King, what's up? Just got home. Glad you made it home. Glad you're not having to listen and drive today. That that could be a burden at times, especially when especially if you want to say something. Mm, Smart water's not too good. Might have to get lemonade later. Anyway, like I said, hopefully everybody is having a good Friday, ready for the weekend. Hopefully everybody's tuning in tonight. If you're tuning in live, hey, speak up in the chat. Even just want to say hello. Any wild Samoa memories, uh, please share those along. Also, drop a like if you're liking what you're hearing so far and somewhat entertained. Of course, now since the passing someone is not really entertaining. I'm sure it sucks, but they were legends. Uh, Probably scary dudes. That's all I can think of. I remember seeing them in videos as a kid, going, "Wow, they're eating like live fish." That's pretty scary. Um, but anyway, so yeah, if you're watching this live, join me in the chat. If you're not watching this live, watching a replay, hey, again, got a comment section there, so drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also, hit the like button. And I figured out, man, it's Friday. It's been a long week. I realize next week's going to be even longer. But yes, be a champ. Hit that subscribe button. Share with friends. Tell them to be champions too, and subscribe to this channel. All subscribers is greatly appreciated. All watch time is also greatly appreciated. Uh, we got goals here. I think I said the goals. Plenty of times. Of course, we want to get that 1,000 subscribers and how many ever how many ever watch hours we can get. But above all else, it's all about having fun. Talking about the great sport, the sport of kings, pro wrestling, especially on Friday nights when we're talking about classic wrestling. So let's get right to it. Let's talk this day in wrestling history. Got a few things to get to. Pop up notes here. Believe it or not, I'm actually halfway prepared today. I'm mostly prepared. Um, Believe it or not. Anyway, let's go to this day in wrestling history. On this day in 1974, in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Municipal Auditorium, Ole and Gene Anderson defeated Mr. Wrestling and Harley Race for the Georgia Tag Team titles. On this occasion, Mr. Wrestling 2 was the other half of the Tag Team Champions, but he paid Race to defend his half of the Tag Team belts, but did not do it successfully. So uh, I think I want my money back. He don't do it successfully. He should have got his money back. I don't know if he did. Doubt he did, but should have. All right. On this day in 1975 in Chicago, Illinois International Amphitheater, where the attendance was 12,000. Chuck O'Connor defeated Bill White. Of course, Chuck O'Connor would grow up to become Big John Studd. Uh, Private Sarnoff LeBeau defeated Bobby Bold Eagle. Uh, Sergeant Oulet, which is Rene Oulet, defeated Jim Brunzell. Ox Baker defeated Ivan Putski. The Valiant brothers, Jimmy and Johnny Valiant, defeated or actually wrestled Billy Robinson and Wilbur Snyder to a draw in the main event. Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher defeated Nick Botwinkle and Ray Stevens for the AWA World Tag Team titles. I can't emphasize this enough. Go on YouTube. Wait a minute, where am I at? Here. There I am. There's my happy shiny. I can't emphasize this enough. Go on YouTube, check out some Ray Stevens. You will not be disappointed. Uh, Ray Stevens is probably a little ahead of his time for the bumps. He's probably regarded as one of the best bump pickers uh, in his day. So yes, I would definitely recommend you folks check that out. All right. Also on this day in 1976, Jerry the King Lawler pinned Jack Briscoe to win the Southern title in a bank account versus title match. Of course, this was held at the Mid South Coliseum, drawing 10,962. Other matches of the night was John Knoll defeating Buddy Diamond. Dennis Hall and Don Anderson beat the Scorpion and Bounty Hunter. Tommy Gilbert and David Schultz beat Frankie Lane and Charlie Cook. Southern Tag Team Champions Bill Hickerson and Dennis Country, another outstanding team, beat Tojo Yamamoto and Jack Fargo. On this date in 1980, the main event was Bruno Sammartino defeating Larry Zbyszko in a lumberjack match when referee Dick Worley stopped the bout due to excessive bleeding. Of course, this was the WWF in Landover, Maryland. Capital Center at the Landover, Maryland Capital Center attendance 19,787, sellout, largest ever crowd in Washington D.C. according to this. Steve King fought Angelo Gomez to a draw. Angel Marvilla defeated Johnny Rods. Bulldog Brower defeated Frank Williams. Pat Patterson defeated Larry Sharp. Yes, the Larry Sharp who trained Bam Bam Bigelow, The Godfather, Chris Chavis, Tatanka, slew of names. World Women's Champion, the Fabulous Moolah, defeated Beverly Shade, or excuse me, Fabulous Moolah and Beverly Shade defeated Candy Malloy and Peggy Lee. And the other match of that was Tony Atlas and Ivan Putski defeating the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika. Let's see. Also on this date in 1980, Wilbur Snyder and Spike Fever won the WWA Tag Team titles over Roger Kirby and Jerry Valiant. Let's see. On this date in 1981, in Jackson, Tennessee, the Dream Machine, Tori Graham, defeated Steve Kern to win the Southern title. Dream Machine, guy who was in a mask. His run was, Tori Graham. Basically, it was called the Dream Machine. Pretty popular. Would kind of go heel bay face. But he would do like the spot on Dusty Rhodes impression. So therefore, that's kind of why they call him the Dream Machine. He kind of did the Dusty Rhodes interview or interview style with the lisp and everything. So pretty good gimmick for him. And like I said, he defeated Steve Kern for winning the Southern title that night. On this date in 1982, at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, drawing 10,411. Dutch Mantel drew with Dennis Condrey. Steve Kern defeated Norval Austin. Stan Lane defeated Carl Fergie by disqualification. Ron Bass defeated the Angel. Then we had an 8-man tag. Dutch Mantel and Ron Bass. How do you like that for a tag team? Team with the Fabulous Ones to defeat the Midnight Express, which was Norval Lawson and Dennis Condrey. Carl Fergie here, and the Angel. How the hell did that happen? Okay. Anyway, there's the Angel. Somehow my pictures got screwed up there. That's the Angel. See, thought I was all prepared, and God dang, something a little bit screwed up here. Okay, other matches, of course, was Sweet Brown Sugar, Coco Beware, and Bobby Eaton defeating Jim Mitchell and the Dream Machine to win the Southern Tag Team titles. Jimmy Hart defeated J.J. Dillon. Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee defeated Kendo Nagasaki and Kamala. On this date in 1990, uh, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Pat O'Connor passes away at age 65. So rest in peace to him. On this date in 1993, Bret Hart and Owen Hart, the Hart brothers, defeated Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett. This is when it was kind of a WWE or F versus USWA. Kind of doing that a little bit. At this time, I wasn't watching that much. They didn't have Superstars Wrestling anymore, I don't think, in Atlanta. Um, so to get Memphis, you had to, I guess, have the satellite. Oops, sorry. So a lot of this, and of course, I was a teenager. Um, and you know how teenagers are. This, yeah. Anyways, also on this date in 1993, Smoky Mountain Wrestling in Clinton, Virginia, at the Clintwood, Virginia, at the Clintwood Elementary School, drawing a whopping 310 people. Jimmy Del Rey defeated Ricky Morton to win the vacant Smoky Mountain Wrestling beat the Champ TV Championship. Um, and finally, and more sad news. On this date in 1997, at the age of 29, Plum Mariko dies as a result of injuries sustained during a match the previous day in Tokyo, Japan. Plum Mariko and Commando Horishua, I pronounced that right, took on Mayuma Ozaka and Riko Amano. Then she passed out following the match. So, yeah, wow, sad day. Sad day today. But that's all I got as far as this date in wrestling. I actually remember when that happened. Um, there was this little thing called the internet. I don't know if any of you boys or girls, if you don't know what the internet is, Google it. Just kidding. Um, yeah, just Google it on the internet. Uh, sorry, dad humor, even though I'm not dad. But yeah, anyway, I read about that on the internet. Pretty sad. Um, it seems like we've had quite a few wrestlers pass away in Japan after matches. Uh, what, what's the other guy's name? I think it's saying right now. He got suplexed and died there. But yeah, that does it for the segment of Day and Wrestling history. Very sad, passing and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it is on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, I did watch it recently. Yes, yes, I did. Don't judge me. But I did watch Body Slam. It's quirky. It's worth a watch if you're bored. If you're not, it's not the wrestler with Mickey Rourke. Um, they try to sell it as a shoot, pro wrestling as a shoot, which was kind of cool. Uh, it had Dick Benedict in it. I think I actually talked about this last week too. Yeah, because the internet don't lie. Well, they're not going to lie about somebody dying. I don't think. Okay, sometimes they do. I mean, good gosh, how many times has Paul McCartney died? Or who else? Yeah, basically, if you do hear about somebody passing away, nowadays you better Google it and find out because we found that the hard way. Somebody was in our chat. What was it? 2 months ago, like with our first 5 episodes or something like that. Somebody came on here and said Jimmy Hart had passed away. I was like, oh crap, really? And I looked it up right then and there, and bars. And this has been a couple, like I said, a couple 3 months now. Yeah, Jimmy Hart, as far as I know, is alive and well, unless something happened within the last uh, 27 minutes, 50 seconds. Wow, I'm going pretty quickly on here. But yeah, it's uh, so yeah, sometimes you do hear somebody, like, like I said, Paul McCartney's died how many times? Um, and I, I actually do remember when Paul Walker died from the Fast and the Furious movies. Uh, when I seen it pop up, it looked like one of those not real websites. Then I did Google it to find out he did really pass away because say he passed away, and it was pretty graphic about the what kind of what happened in the accident. That's the reason I was like, okay, somebody's pulling my chain. Oh, it is true. Paul Walker has passed away. So yeah, but uh, sometimes I know. Okay, again, kids probably want to Google this. There used to be a tabloid magazine. I think it might still be around. The National Enquirer. Sometimes you gotta teach, or you gotta treat the internet like the National Enquirer. Because sometimes those aliens didn't land on Washington D.C. Those, Elvis is not walking among us. Who else? Oh gosh, there was somebody that was on YouTube, but apparently, I guess somebody's trying to claim that. Uh, shoot, Buddy Holly, like '50s rock and roll guy. That'll be the day. That song. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. That's the only thing I know the song. But anyway, uh, well, I'm totally screwing it up. But yeah, he did those songs, and him, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper passed away in a plane crash long, long time ago. But I think somebody was trying to claim, like a family member, trying to claim that he didn't die or something like that. But I didn't watch the full video. I didn't watch. I didn't even click on it. I guess a family member is talking about it anyway. So, but sometimes, sometimes people on social media, YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, whatever, if they got time, they'll just put anything out there. But anyway, so there's a rant about the internet. Ugh, I'm not feeling it. It's supposed to be smart water, but I've had smart water before. This one just ain't. Ugh, this ain't. I'm quite not feeling that today. Uh, so anyway, uh, tell y'all what. I'm going to get ready to do the watch along here. Like I said, we're going to watch Continental Championship Wrestling from August 9th, 1986. Of course, this uh, send out thanks to four wrestling fans. They posted, or he, she, whoever posted this 7 years ago. Um, excuse me. So I'm gonna grab me a lemonade, but while I grab the lemonade, I'll go ahead and share the link in the chat. So while you folks are getting that ready, oops, as you folks are getting yourself ready, just let me know when you're ready, and I'll find myself. I'm gonna get me something else to drink, but I'll be right back. Yeah, just let me know in the chat when you're ready. See, told you, won't take me that long. Didn't take me long at all. And like I said, I got me a Minute Maid, not beer, just not Mike's Hard Lemon, just good old Minute Maid lemonade. They can. Better. I wish it was beer. All right. So we ready? Going to count down from 5, and I'll push play. Y'all push play, and we'll be set to go. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push play. Oh, it's not. Ooh. Ah. You know what? I changed the intro or my intro video to the video, the music anyway, just to avoid copyright. And here I go, just letting the watch along video give me some and there's the legendary going slowly. Just to have the video give me a copyright strike. Great. Nah, it's not heartburn in a can. So Steve Armstrong and a mystery partner. Interesting. All right, we got kicking things off here. We got again, rest in peace, the legendary Kevin Sullivan. Looks like he's taking on White Lightning Tim Horner. Of course, he's not going to wait for a bell. He don't get paid by the hour. He just brother, not giving him a chance to hit the ring. Freaking Sullivan used to lay in those chops too. You're not old enough yet to. You're not old enough yet. Later, everything gives you heartburn. Uh, maybe soon. So August 8th. This might be around the same time that Horner and Armstrong was about to leave Continental, maybe, or was it '87 when they left? Go to Jim Crockett. hope not. Well, I mean, I guess I'm kind of glad nothing gives me heartburn because I didn't have dinner yet. Sorry, I know I shouldn't be talking about food because if you do hear something growling a little bit, it probably will be my stomach. Uh, I had a bunch of stuff I had to do and went by a store and got stuff to make spaghetti. So when this is done, I'm going to do it. I mean, remember a few weeks ago, y'all thought I was bullshit y'all while I was like talking about um, grilling a cheeseburger at 10 o'clock at night. I ain't, I ain't bullshitting today. Again, as soon as this is done, I want to make me a little pile of spaghetti. Come on, put like again there. He can't be treating Tim Horn this way. That's Jim Cornette's favorite wrestler, or one of Jim Cornette's favorite wrestlers. The best buddies. Oh, this ain't gonna be good. Well, that went White Lightning's social plans for the night. See that? I caused that one girl to get up and leave. Like, well, oh, yeah, Timmy Horner is lacerated. I wonder what the deal. I mean, have you ever noticed when like Bruiser Brody or Kevin Sullivan or Abdullah Butcher would wrestle on TV, they would like always kind of, oh, here you go. He's firing it back now. He's firing it back. Right hands right to the face of Kevin Sullivan. He is fighting fire with fire. Ooh, brother. Not doing a good Gordon Solie impression. Oh, do we have a little blade thing going on from Sullivan? Oh, if Tim Horner's social plans for the ending, come on, Footlocker, you didn't see that? This referee must have came from AEW, got a time machine, flew back to from 2024 to or 1986, and decided to officiate this match. Oh, sunset flip to perfection. But yes, I am going to have some little bowl of spaghetti for dinner after this is done. Telegraph that one, Timmy. Come on, time to the trio woe. That might be it for Timmy Horner. Oh, I'm gonna throw the dip one more time. That does freaking. Nice firing back with a forearm. Right, kick in the breadbasket. Oh, you can't do it quite well there. Oh, here he goes. Nice on time. There he is. Yep, the trio woe. And the ref goes down. That's it. Ring the bell. I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. I'll let these guys do what they want to. And there's one for you. There's nobody's buying shoes today at this Foot Locker. Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Pretty young Frankie Lancaster. Our winner by disqualification is White Lightning, Tim Horn. There we go. Right here we got Bad Brad Armstrong. Well, you know, going slowly, you ain't gonna believe this, but I'm gonna go Jim Crockett Promotions, and probably one of the best in-ring performers there. They're not even gonna give me the dadgum TV. I had great matches with Tully Blanchard, but they won't let me beat them. And you know what's gonna happen? Around 1988, Jim Crockett Promotions is gonna be bought by Ted Turner. You know what they're gonna do with me after that? They're gonna put me in a Spider-Man outfit and call me Arachnoman. Can you believe that? I am not bullshitting you people. They're gonna call me Arachnoman. Marvel calls them up. Don't worry, yeah, Marvel's gonna call them up, say cease and desist, and after that, they're gonna call me the Candyman. You know what they're gonna make me do? They're gonna make me pass around candy to little kids. Can you believe that? Trying to give young kids cavities. Alright, let's go watch my super kick Scott Armstrong versus Mr. Olympia. Yeah, Jerry Stubbs. I don't know what I'm saying for a second there. But before this, he would be in a lot better shape, kind of like a almost a bodybuilder's physique. Dang, that poor referee's getting his ass kicked. Ooh. And there goes Scott Armstrong's social plan. No super kicks for you there, brother. Dang. But yeah, had a pretty good tag team with Arn Anderson during the Southeastern days. But Don the Mask was Mr. Olympia for a long time. Then I think Arn Anderson was Super Olympia too. What is going on here? Uh-uh. Oh no. Dumped him on, dumped him on his nuts. Dumped him on his ass. Brad ain't playing. I would say big brother, but actually Scott's the old. Hey, Scott's the oldest. Then Brad, then Scott, then Road Dog. Yes, you see there, I had to say my older brother's ass, but you know what? That's okay. Because after they, maybe give carries the kid, see what they're gonna do then. Our younger brother is gonna become a big superstar named Road Dog. Pro hemp. You know, oh you didn't know and all this. Yeah, that guy. You know what WCW's gonna do with me then? Dress up like that tall jackass and call me Buzzkill and want me to do the same bullshit. Alright, talk to you later, Gordon. I'm gonna go kick somebody's ass now. So yeah, here. Okay, it was after. Yeah, this is when the NWA was still travel everywhere, or the world champion would travel everywhere. Now, is that King Call Fergie who I was talking about earlier tonight? Or is that Royally Welch? Yes, that's Royally Welch. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking it's all three. So yeah, Royally Welch is doing the King of Wrestling thing for a while here. Of course, that's Jerry Stubbs, the Continental Heavyweight Champion. I think that's what that belt represents. This territory didn't have the best looking belt. If you're a belt nerd. Freddie Miller, be there, and Wildcat Wendell Cooley. I think I heard a thing with Dutch Mantel talking about him. I say, he had a look and everything, had a build. If somebody would probably took him a little more time with him, uh, he probably would have been an even bigger star. But again, this is territories. I guess he felt a little at home there, and people love the southeastern territory. Uh, Messed up, son. Nah, seriously though, huge fan of Brad Armstrong. Huge fan. I think I was it last week before last. I talked about getting an autograph from Brad Armstrong at a Kent show, and that, ladies and gentlemen, textbook, textbook drop kick. No thigh slapping, no shotgun, whatever drop kick. And look at this too. Textbook Russian leg sweep, floats over, hooks the leg, one, two, three. Like I said, best drop kick, one of the best drop kicks ever. Um, like I said, no thigh slapping on his drop kick, no shotgun front drop kick. Even when he did a drop kick from the top rope, it looked solid. I mean, it was just a thing of beauty. And of course, that Russian leg sweep, it was a finisher for him. Textbook, float over, hook a leg, just smooth as silk. That's going on. Thank you for the ride from Florida to here this week. Alabama. Screw that. I'm in Alabama. Take me back to Florida. Please, please go on. Please, God, take me back to Florida. I'm going to take this screwdriver here. I'm going to hit somebody with it. I'll do it. Nah, Jordan. You know what that screwdriver represents? All the wrestlers I screwed over when I was looking. I'm just kidding. I don't think it really screwed anybody over. You know, he had a job and he did the best he can, especially in WCW. Now Tim Horner, he was a pretty good wrestler too. I mean, not a mic guy, but but pretty technically sound in there. Him and Brad Armstrong have they formed a pretty good tag team. Yes, Gordon Soley. It's Freddie Miller here. When Jim Crockett bought out Vince McMahon, Crockett fired my ass too. So this is why I'm down here in Florida with you. Now, now we've seen a little older version of Tony Anthony and Dirty White Boy. This is when he's starting to get a singles push somewhere. These younger wrestling fans just don't know what how good wrestling was back then. No, they don't. No, they don't. Of course, Roy Lee Welch. I think he was a cousin to uh, Robert and Ron Fuller. Of course, their last name is really Welch, Ron Welch and Robert Robert Welch. Not Roy Lee, but I think Rory Welch was their grandfather, I believe. Now, I just read an article about the whole Atlanta War, and I remember listening to Ron Fuller talk about on his Studcast. Slightly different. I wouldn't say it wasn't totally different, but just the tone of it a little different. Because if you hear about the Georgia War, it was more or less, oh, poor, Ann Gunkel. So is this Tony Anthony being a babyface here in Continental? Because I don't remember Tony Anthony being a babyface in Continental. And see, look at her, folks, a collar and elbow tie up. You just don't see much of those these days. But yeah, this is I guess Tony Anthony is a babyface. I do slightly remember watching this as a kid, but I just don't remember Dirty White Boy being a babyface. Unless it's one of those heel versus heel things. Watch those fists. Open those hands. I Let's see. Name your favorite wrestling territory without going through half the territories, talking about each one and why they were awesome. Yeah, that's true. I mean, see, sometimes okay, I could probably name top three. Can't really tell you my favorite. Mid South UWF, Continental Southeastern, and Memphis. I Then it's like yes, I like the Georgia territory when it was Georgia Championship Wrestling. I can go back watch old Georgia Championship Wrestling and and be interested in it. Uh, but like I said, started like 85, 86. So at the time, yeah, Mid South UWF, Continental, Memphis, easy top three favorite territories. But World Class was good. They had good stuff. Uh, at the time, I started, I think the Freebird Barnett feud just had already died down because it was starting to make their way to UWF. Um, but then you had Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez versus Kevin and Kerry Von Erich, which was good stuff. But you had a lot of good talent still in World Class, like Bruiser Brody, um, Abdullah, Brian Diaz. Yeah, I mean, you can't really, I mean, everything's got like a special memory. Like I said, I can name the top three of my favorites, but all that stuff I can remember still and fondly too. Now, can I ECW was good, but do I have like as much fond memories of the only I will say the ECW shows I went to live uh, were fond memories. Because you got to see it live. It was cool, great atmosphere. Um, but uh, I mean, not to say that the Monday Night Wars didn't you know translate to great memories. It's just I guess because of the age too, maybe. Um, and let's face it, I'm not a fancy guy. I don't need to watch a program where everybody has ring entrance music, pyro, light show, all this other shit. Do I have, I name some funny moments in the Monday Night Wars? Nitro, or not funny, but stuff that I remember. You know, who can't remember the time Ray, Ray Mysterio uh came through came out of a trailer and tried to do a springboard move off the railing and on Kevin Nash, and Kevin Nash threw him like a dart into the trailer head first. Excuse me. I mean, the Goldberg beating Hulk Hogan, that was pretty cool. You're kind of hoping there was going to be a change in the guard because at that point the whole NWO thing, it was starting to. For me personally, I was sick of it. Okay, let's do something else. You've had members. You had two different groups of NW. You had NWO Hollywood, NWO Wolfpack. It's like okay, enough's enough. Let's kill it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. See, yeah. Most of the time I was watching, 'cause I was flipping back and forth. For a little bit, I was going to my brother's house and watching them with him. Of course, it was pretty cool. Recording Raw, flipping through back and forth between Raw and Nitro. Then later on, recording Nitro because Nitro used to have the replay after the original airing went off. Yeah, I definitely got to figure out a way I can listen. Of course, Tony Anthony was a original partner with Lynn Denton as a master grapplers. Then decided to take the mask off and do become very white boys. So in one territory that'll be the gladiators or the grapplers, excuse me. Then in another territory there'll be the dirty white boys. I think Memphis there was more the dirty white boys. Um, oh, there you go. They could be playing possum. Yeah, the magazines were cool, especially when, like New Wave Wrestling because we didn't get dirt sheets. We didn't get the Meltzer magazine. the Wrestling Observer. There was a magazine called New Wave Wrestling. Was that first one that kind of, even though it was kind of like, again, the internet was coming up, so you was learning the lingos and this and that. Oh, somebody, see, this is how you do it, boys and girls. Referee did not see it. Hits him with a foreign object, puts it back in his underwear. Referee didn't do quite good as job as, hiding the look or not seeing it. Yep, they hit him with a chain. But that's the whole point there too. It's like nowadays, if he would have hit him with a chain, he would have to pick him back up and do his finisher. And it's like, no, all you need the chain. Get the 1, 2, 3. Get your heat. You cheated to win. Not, oh, I hit him with a chain. He kicks out. I got him with my finisher. Then I pin him. There's no heat in that. Another legend here. The adult by Adrian Street. So, Randy, see, I'm reading the transcript, so a little behind. So he talks about being Randy Savage. I believe he was. You know who's to blame for today's wrestling? Dave Meltzer. Just kidding. There's so much. I mean, you kind of blame the internet. Uh, you sort of kind of blame video games. People got that video game mentality. I mean, used to sometimes I would call AEW uh, uh, real life video game wrestling. Savage and Steamboat. That was a great. Well, okay, they did a match that nobody really did a lot. I mean, Savage and Flair kind of would do some that some that kind of near fall stuff as well. But you gotta think when they did it was because they was doing these hour long Broadways or hour long draws. Um, um, so so you needed that near falls, all these near fall things that kind of get the fans back into it. You know, I believe that's why they did it. But this, of course, if you ask Al Snow, and he's got someone to agree to him. What was the best match of WrestleMania 3? Yeah, you say Savage and Steamboat, but they didn't, draw the house. It was Hogan and Andre, so that was the best match on the card. That's the match everybody paid to come see. I will say WWE is doing a little bit. They're kind of dialing it back a little bit, make it more story based, trying to tell guys not to do so much dumb stuff because we got a lot of money invested in you guys, so and girls. You're not going to see. too many matches where people's no selling Canadian destroyers. The little people drew the house at. No, it was Hulk, Hogan, and Andre the Giant. WrestleMania 3. That's what drew the house. WrestleMania 1, it was Hulk Hogan, Mr. T against Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. That drew the house. That was the best match of the card. Starcade 83, best match on the card. It wasn't. It wasn't Steamboat Jay Youngblood against the Briscoes. Yeah, I think it's Briscoes. It was, which was a good match. Uh, it was Flair, Holly Race in a cage for the world title. It was a Flair for the gold. Therefore, that drew the house. Best match on the card. Okay, so Savage was still, I guess, telling Memphis, and they figured, hey, we're going to show a match where Adrian Street beats Savage, I assume. Now, this is silly, dude. They don't do this too much, but sometimes you gotta do a little silly thing to kind of pop the crowd. He kicked him in the ass. Remember, Savage, the pile driver is illegal in Memphis. But it wasn't King Kong Bundy, and I forgot who the two little people were he had with him. But on the yeah, there's one, two, throw on the list. Macho Man being a babyface here in Memphis. Miss Linda showing her athleticism, outrunning Macho Man. Solid uppercut. Solid head to the steps. Yes, Bunny Hogan drew WrestleMania 2. Yeah, because was all want Hulk Hogan get his victory. Of course, that's that time too. I was trying to watch NWA stuff, so I was more of an NWA fan than WWF. Okay, more of an NWA than UWF, Miss South. Uh, I was still more interested in whose ass Axel Jim Duggan was going to kick. Uh, will the stud stable finally get the best of the bullet and maybe reveal that he could be, maybe, be Bob Armstrong? That shit intrigues me. Yeah, I don't think I've seen too many. As much as I did like wrestling, I didn't really. I just rent the. We rented mostly movies, not wrestling videos. Yes. Remember the Lord of the Rings being advertised back at wrestling magazines or inside wrestling magazines, stuff like that, all the time. Yeah, we didn't do that one. We did Video Plus, and well, when we moved to Winder, Bethlehem, whatever, we rented from Video Plus. Yeah, they get the bill. Oh, what we got here? We got Brad Armstrong, Steve Armstrong, and I'm assuming that's an intern slash. I'm taking a wild guess. Is that Johnny Rich in the math? But yeah, I'm guessing that's Johnny Rich in the mask. And of course, that is Dr. Tom Pritchard in the back there, Jimmy Golden, Robert Fuller. Those are some tall mother effers. As a very young, uh, getting into his groove, as Dr. Tom Pritchard here. He, another guy who got into this territory was starting to get a pretty good push and kind of was used pretty good, so he kind of stuck around there for a while. Kayfabe. Sorry, I guess I should have kayfabe. That might not be Johnny Rich. I think they were alluded to here that it was Johnny Rich, but might not have been. I don't know. Could have been Davy Rich. Could have been, yeah. I wonder, is this one that was coming out to Kiss's um All Hell's Breaking Loose? Because I don't have the volume up, so I can't hear the music. So is this are they coming out to Kiss's uh All Hell's Breaking Loose? Because I always thought that song in particular was cool entrance music. And court, you ladies out there watching, yes, that is the man, the myth, the legend, uh, Robert Fuller, who supposedly John Holmes has nothing on. The human jump rope. He's got a human. That was called the human jump rope. So we got the definitely Bullet coming out to bad to the bone. People love the Bullet. People love the Armstrongs there. Of course, that's Steve Armstrong and the Bullet. I think Bob was suspended from Continental, but his good friend the Bullet came around. People thought it was Bob Armstrong, but it was never proven. Now, of course, if the rumors about Bob Armstrong was true, they should. If they was going to prove that the Bullet was Bob Armstrong, they should have brought in a snake. Because supposedly, if there's one thing Bob Armstrong was afraid of, it was snakes. But guess they didn't get that memo, so they just had to keep prying away. I think well, except for Road Dog. I mean, Road Dog can do pretty good, but in ring wise, I mean, of course, if you do ever watch any interviews like with Bob Armstrong before he passed, Scott, I don't think Steve ever did this interview or anything. Scott, uh, Bob Armstrong, and Road Dogg, Brian James, Jesse James. They all said, as far as in ring work, Brad was the best. But I mean, they could all go to. I mean, Brad, Bob in his day, Scott, Steve. I sell don't sell the two twin towers there. Stud Stable, Robert Fuller and Jimmy Gold. They can go too. And you see the Bullet had to dodge there because Robert's third leg almost knocked him out, so he had to move out of the way there. And of course, for you kids out there who did watch WCW in the '90s, that is Bunkhouse Buck. Um, that's what I mean. See, it's stuff like that I hated. I hated. It's like most everybody knew that Colonel Rob Parker was Robert Fuller. Just call him Robert Fuller. Bunkhouse Buck was Jimmy Golden. Just call him Jimmy freaking Golden. I mean, when he did have a entourage of guys there, when he was Robert Parker, he called them the Stud Stable. It made a lot more sense. People, most wrestling fans, hardcore fans, knew who they were, but I hate it. Was such. I was more disappointed that WCW did that. Now, that was such a WWF thing to do that kind of really disappointed me when WCW would do that shit. Oh, Scott moved out of the way. Oh, coming to House of Fire, the Bullet. The Bullet was definitely you definitely tell the Bullet was at least trained by Bob Armstrong because he did a lot of his trademark moves. Uh, was it them or if they did, it's probably Dusty told them to. Because I, you know, because during that merger, they, um, I mean, it was a kind of competition thing too. They didn't want to. They had that little bit of spot, but Dusty was booking Brad and Tim to beat Steiner and Sting for the UWF Tag Team Championship. Yeah, I watched tidbits of that. Haven't watched a lot of it, but I mean, wait, what do you mean by big league? It just kind of was snooty towards him in the locker room, or I know it couldn't have been during the match. Just can't see Brad or Tim trying to big league or get too much out into a match where you got Rick Steiner who could pretty much do what he wanted to both of them probably. Oh, hmm. Well, I mean, it sucks that they did that, but you gotta understand too. At the time, you know, they were Jim Crockett. They had the Jets, and they're they were buying a company. Um, were buying a company uh, that was folding. So, but yeah, I think I heard a few people say that. I mean, not Brad and Tim in particular. Is kind of all the Crockett's guys kind of pretty much kind of gave the cold shoulder to the UWF guys. That's what I've always kind of heard. Because here's Jim Crockett buying another territory or promotion, and that was during a whole Dallas move, and then you know look what happened in what 88, 89. W or Ted Turner had bought Jim Crockett out. And that's it, boys and girls. That was Continental Championship Wrestling of 8. Of course, we was talking about everything but this stuff, uh, but yeah, I think some a lot like Steve Williams. I think also said that a lot of the Crockett guys kind of had a little bit of chip on their shoulder because they kind of worried about their spot and stuff like that. I mean, there was that, and there's the whole mentality is, oh, we're buying this company that's about to go bankrupt out, or not bankrupt, but who's on. I mean, who territory that was dying, unfortunately, because that was probably one of the better ones. Just sucks that the area they were in. Entertainment kind of was a lot of people at that time in that area just didn't have that disposable income to go to wrestling or entertainment concerts and stuff like that. Because according to Bill Watts' interview, like all entertainment was like, yeah, yeah, Crockett's was their home, and they were um, and they were I almost kind of like the WWE WCW thing almost. It was like WWE guys I heard too was somewhat gave the cold shoulder to WCW people, and heck, even when ECW had that one night, like the WWE uh, talent was kind of given the it's like who's this bingo hall wrestling, and you got to think too like the WWE WCW, like I said, the Monday Night Wars, those WCW is trying to put them out of business. Sounds like it's raining now. Yes, wow, we've got rain. We ain't had rain here in a long time, or not long. I mean, seems like it's been a few weeks, but but yeah, I think that was the biggest deal. I mean, you know, not too many people say anything bad about Brad Armstrong. Tim Horner, it's just Tim Horner. Most people I hear anybody say bad about Tim Horner is usually Jim Cornette. But I can see, they were being told, hey, remember, baby, uh, you my boys, you Dusty Rhodes boys and Jim Crockett boys, you the Buddha Woods, if you will. Uh, you better than the Mid South UWF. So it almost seems to me that Bill Watts and Dusty Mai had like a love hate. They didn't mind working with each other, but depends on who you hear. Bill Watts say, yeah, I like Dusty. Dusty had a good mind, but I know what he always screwed up on, and Dusty would kind of do he had an ego and would go backstab and stuff like that. Of course, Bill Watts, I think, probably had a big ego too, but I mean, he was a boss. Sometimes you gotta have a little swag without being a boss. The boss. Let's see. Yes, hopefully y'all didn't hear my stomach. There's a couple rumbles. I don't know if it picked up on it, uh, but but it all worked out for Rick Steiner. He was part of RC Club. He got a big push. Um, then when he started got popular, broke away from the Varsity Club. Uh, then Scott came in. Then the rest is history. The Steiner brothers uh, run roughshod in WCW for a long time, and uh, until I guess until Bill Watts came and said, "Okay, I want to put y'all with you know, my boys, my boy, Steve, Dr. Death Williams, and Jerry Gordy." Wish they had stuck around a little bit long. Wish all those. I'm pretty sure they could have been like a great like long program with them, those two tag teams, but it just didn't work out that way. Yeah, yeah. UWF had one with Deep South, and, UWF had one with uh, the NWA. But yes, we'll love if anybody out there listening has got maybe video of that. I don't know I don't know if it was recorded, you know, uh, from anybody, but gosh, that would be like a cool little tape to have. Yeah, I think next week we should do Deep South. I think I'll find some Deep South, at least an hour of it anyway. Um, so yes, if anybody's listening out there has deep the old Deep South wrestling, not the even though it's ran by Jody Hamilton, the assassin, I want the 1985, 86 Deep South with Ranger Ross, Randy Rose, the Rock and Roll Rebels. Who else? I think Chit Dama is making a little bit of a comeback. He was there for a while. Tommy Rich, of course, and the Assassin. They had some talent in that little territory or that little promotion. That was probably considered independent at that time. Yeah, 85, 86. Would love to get some hands on some. Maybe I maybe I see if I can mesh with some people. See if I can get some uh get some footage downloaded to me or something like that. Maybe somebody be nice enough. A small independent YouTuber, amateur YouTuber like me. That would be just any of that footage now would be just awesome to have. See if I had a time machine, because I know some of these territories will just keep reusing tape. I think if I had the money or if I had a time machine, go back in that time and have the money and say, look, I'll provide you with the tapes you need. It's just once you air them, give those tapes back and sign this here where I own the footage. It'll be some money. Of course, I had to, if I did put it on YouTube or wherever, I had to call ZZ Top or something like that. Say, hey, got some wrestling footage here, and it has your song, Sharp Dress Man. Do I have to delete it out of there? Do I have to give y'all money, really? I mean, this was '86. I don't know how y'all did the copyright thing. It had no sense. It was ran through a PA system. That's supposedly that's how ECW got away with it. Um, Supposedly he got away with the copyright thing by saying, "Oh, it's just playing through the PA system," which is because I watched there's a independent promotion here in Georgia called Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, and they put their stuff on YouTube, but they didn't. Uh, what was it? Forgot what song it was. Forgot what song it was. What song? It was like a popular song. Hold on a second. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because oh, what's his name? Zach. Is that his name? Zach Buchanan. He came out to Stranglehold, and on the video here from on YouTube, uh, um, I don't think they got. I mean, I don't know if they're. I mean, they do got 1.7 or 1,700 subscribers. I don't know if they're fully monetized, but I mean, you got in their video they had an out or a Rage song, El Nino song. Um, who else? Muse, Huey Lewis in the News, Hit the B Square, but don't know if they got copyright hit or not. I'll see if I can ask them because they're having a show Saturday. I think they got a guy there who I can't say this. Maybe he's not too busy with anything. He's kind of like chilling out. I can ask him, and he'll be nice enough to answer. And I'll say, look, I don't care either way. I just kind of interested. Just like I said, it just played in the background the time we watched you did the watch along with the UWF. Uh, that next day, it was like the Bruce Springsteen song. I had to change this one because I got hit with the 2001 Space Odyssey song. Um, so I had to dial that back. What else? When I had the first intro with had the world class, a little bit of the world class entrance music, a little bit of the world championship wrestling entrance music. I got hit for that, so I had to change the entrance altogether. Obviously, I'm not playing my little joke in the beginning of the intro. Obviously, I'm not playing enough of that song to a get copyright hit, thank goodness, or get well, I didn't, of course, it didn't say the first lyric to it, so I definitely got out of that one, but nothing's been said about that one, but But yeah, if you ever watch some of the replays of this, and there's a little bit of silence in some of them, uh, like from the first, what's this, 19 whatever. I don't think it works that way. And see, I don't really think I can use. I don't think I can use fair use unless I'm actually teach. I, if I was like kind of like actually, I mean, when Steve Richards had his first channel, I think they went after him for copyright infringement, even though he was actually using there's something called fair use. If you're using the footage and teaching somebody why something works, whatever, and whatnot, um, then it gets taken off because you can prove that. At his point, he was easily proven that it was fair use. But I don't know, like the new one that he's got now with uh, the same guy who does Dutch Mantel's YouTube podcast. Then they can want me to prove it, and uh, they'll throw me in jail for that. It's like, yeah, not only are you not singing, you sing freaking horribly, so therefore, straight straight to the electric chair for you. But and see, that's the reason like when I first started doing this, I would have had the like the video there, so we can all kind of like watch it together. But um, I had to quit doing that because I always got copyright hit. So that's the reason I'm doing it the way I am now. And so, I mean, uh, like the Southern Championship Wrestling from Georgia, I didn't get nothing from that one. Um, what else? Anytime I show Memphis, I didn't get nothing from Memphis the two times. Uh, I guess I could email. Okay, yeah. Uh, that's number three. Strike three, you're out because I don't have that kind of money. Because what for AEW to use the final countdown, what did Matt Jackson say it was like $250,000 to use the final countdown from Europe? And I remember I forgot what it was. Was it? I think it was before it went to 2K, but the WWE games before 2K, or it could have been 2K something. Anyway, Hulk Hogan was on, and Hollywood Hogan was on it too. The Hollywood Hulk Hogan version was on it too. Um, but I don't think he came out to Voodoo Child. He just came out to yeah. I think on this one it just comes. It comes to the old Endo Yo that boom chicken whatever music. Um, yeah, he comes out to the Endo Yo music, not Voodoo Child. And when I was reading the form to it, and why they probably didn't use Voodoo Child is because I guess they asked the estate of Jimi Hendrix if they can use it, and I guess their number was $2 million. It would cost them $2 million to use Voodoo Child in a video game. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Never mind. That line I'll save to friends and stuff like that. Don't want to get political here because I don't have I can't afford. I'm trying to build an audience, not kill half the audience. So we will not get political on this show. I try not to anyway. I'm doing pretty good at it because my my understanding is like you can. Uh, Nobody wants to hear that shit, especially when you want to talk about pro wrestling. It's entertainment. It's supposed to be fun. We're here to have fun. All this copyright bullshit. most of those crusty old people should be happy somebody still remembers them, remembers their songs. Well, I mean, it's funny. I will say this. Uh, you just got some timeless fans that this will always stick. I mean, for whatever reason, ZZ Top. No, I tell you two song, ladies. You know this is on you, ladies. Nothing against the songs, nothing against the ladies. I do love hear the, especially on the one song, one of the songs that just be as long as there's females in the world, one of the songs that will always be around, no matter what age. And somebody trying to argue with me, some young guy trying to argue me with this, and I proved him wrong by saying, "Look, there's a bunch of 20-year-old girls right there doing the finger dance." As the finger is Bon Jovi's "Living on a Prayer," where he says, "Whoa, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna sing. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living." Women, all age groups, from 20 to like, I don't want to say 50, but maybe 50. Uh, they probably weren't that old. Didn't look that old, but let's just say 50, 20 to 50. That sounds like a good round number, or 20 to 40. And this was a few years ago. No, yeah, this is when I had it. Not that long ago. 4 years ago. There's these women. Whoa, all doing that finger dance, singing "Living on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi. It's like that's gonna be a timeless song. The other one, of course, is by Journey. Um, "Don't Stop Believing." As long as there are women being born, that's that song will get passed from generation to generation to generation to generation. When the apocalypse happens, there will be Keith Richards, Cockroaches, Jake the Snake Roberts, and "Living on a Prayer," "Don't Stop Believing" playing. That's the only thing that's going to survive the apocalypse. Guarantee it. Uh, but yeah, you'd almost think they would want like the like when it. See, this is my gripe about the. I know I'm repeating myself from like shows before, but it seems like you would want a W, especially when the songs were already in the videos, in the TV tapings or whatever. The songs were already there. You would think the ZZ Tops, the George Thorogood's, uh, the person who did the Midnight Express theme, the person who wrote and sung "Boy from New York City," Ozzy and Black Sabbath. It's like, hey, these songs were already there. Could you imagine some young people watching this old world, Crockett World Championship Wrestling from 1986, 87? Here comes Iron Man. They're like, oh, cool. What's this song? And they go listen to it. They say, oh, this song kicks ass. What other Black Sabbath songs? Like, what's this? Who's this Black Sabbath? And you just will just open up your library to a whole new generation. They'll get on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, download it, make you more money because I guess that's how you get paid from Spotify. If you're an artist, you get pay for listens, pay for I guess Spotify will give you a chunk of money. I don't know how it works, but then if you have your own YouTube channel, you have the video for it, whatever it is, you'll get views and say la vie. You'll think any of those bands would want something like that. I mean, I know some of these bands still tour. I know the Top still tours. Um, uh, Usually it's Poison with two other groups. I think last time was Poison, Molly Crew, and who was supposed to be retired. and Pat Benatar, or not Pat Benatar, Joan Jett. Yeah, because well, she did let WWE use her music, so if you have one of the 2K games, if you feel like being kind of funny, because I think whatever the 2K game that Ronda Rousey was in, uh, Bad Reputation from Joan Jett was on there. So therefore, you can create Ted DiBiase and have him, because that's the song he came out to in UWF. See, I can remember stupid. Yeah, go ahead and find it. You'll find it, and it's there. If you can find a UWF that has, because I did find the one that had Ted DiBiase and Dr. Death come out to Born in the USA, but say la vie, ça va. Well, folks, if you can't hear it, my stomach is rumbling. I'm getting a little hungry, getting a little tired too. You know, it's almost lights out the whole folks home. So let me do a little plugs here. Every Tuesday, I do a trivia show called Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, where I ask 5 questions, all dealing with sport, professional wrestling. So the shows are put up on Tuesday, so check it out. Play along with friends, share with friends, tell them to tell them to watch, and play along with you. Have a game at it. Maybe a drinking game out of it. You can turn anything to a drinking game. I think that's my theory. Anyway, so yes, Wrestling Trivia Tuesdays on Tuesdays. It's these Dudleys do rise, not minding their own business, saying you're stealing their an artist. Well, I mean that goes back to that Napster deal. I mean, I sort of understand it at that time because when Napster came out, people were still buying physical media. So I'm pretty sure, like, uh, not only will they get, well, I think that really hurt record companies more than it did artists. If I remember correctly, how the music business works, it's like, see if I get this right. Like, if you're an artist, you sign a contract for like, say, $1 million. That's really just a loan. That's a loan for you to, I guess, get your setup and stuff like that for your tour and record your albums. So, uh, so every album you sell actually goes back and paying that loan. Then your money is made from concerts. That's where you. That's where musical acts actually make their money is through um, concerts, not albums, CDs, whatever, cassettes. Best. Like I said, when physical, because like I said, I was gonna make a video that we'll make. I'd probably do it next week if I have time. Uh, I finally bought, myself a different vehicle, a 22 Chevrolet Colorado, and just like the 2015 Dodge Charger I had, it didn't come with a CD player. It comes with like little uh, USB portals. You can plug in your iPod, phone, whatever, to play if you're using iTunes. Is iTunes even still exist, or is it just Apple Music now? Whatever, wherever app you're using, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music. Um, yeah, I mean that's kind of point I'm sort of. I mean, you just playing like not even 30 seconds of a song sometimes, not even a minute, maybe. I have to go back and look. But now on the Colorado I have, you can plug in like your iPod or phone to and use the control the app with the phone. But I was able to download Spotify on my on the or the Colorado, which is and another thing too. You can have an app. I got Uh, Let me go let y'all check this out. But there's an app you can download called My Chevy app or whatever, and you start your vehicle through the app. Okay, so let me go back here. All right, now I work in a construction business. Uh, well, I work for an engineering company. We go to job sites where they're building like commercial building, commercial shops like Walmart's or uh, like when I'm in South Georgia, they're doing Tractor Supply. Another project I was working on was a church in Brazelton, Georgia. But I go out, uh, observe, day to day site operations, do soil testing, concrete testing, check rebar, check foundations, all that good stuff. Um, sample concrete to take to a lab, and we do the press of strength tests for them. But as I'm monitoring the concrete pour, I make sure it's not the slump is not too high or too low. If it's kind of low, need to add water to it. I just get say okay, add a little bit. If you're in construction, ever dealt with one of us, you know how it goes. So I was on site one day, and they were talking about how they come up with these uh, earth moving machines, your dozers, your big excavators, mini X's, compactors, stuff like that, going to be run remotely. And the first thing I'm thinking about, and especially when I download that app and they say, hey, when you download the app, lock it, unlock it. And I thought it was talking about the app, not the actual physical truck, but yeah, unlock it, lock it, start her up, uh, cut it off. I'm like, without between talking about the machines and talking about the apps starting my vehicle, I'm like, did any of you people watch Terminator? Did any of you watch Terminator 2? I can understand if you didn't watch anything beyond Terminator 2. I can understand. Don't worry about it. But watch Terminator 1 and 2, and this is not a good idea. I mean, good grief. It's not a good idea to have smart AI machines, heavy construction machines that's controlled by people. Yes, I know I have a drone, but it's not a weaponized drone. It's just you fly it around and shoot videos and take pictures. But it has remote control. But I, people always have like little remote control car, RC cars, stuff like that. But Jesus, you're remotely somewhere else or close by, and all you gotta do is sit somewhere and use a remote control to control and GPS to make sure you're not, because a lot of machines now, a lot of these grading companies will use put GPSs on their machines to make sure they're, see what elevations they are and stuff like that when they're placing soil fill. So, um, but now they're talking about, these are going to be not, uh, yeah, maximum overdrive. Yeah, exactly. Maximum overdrive and Terminator showed us that this is not a good idea. It's a scary idea, people. Come on. Anyway, let's see. What'd you say? But that's downloading whole songs. This is having, yeah, it's just background songs. It and see that's the point I was kind of make too. It's like it's almost a form of advertising your music. Because I'm pretty sure once like CM Punk, like he was the one guy for a long time who had licensed music in the WWE. Went the pipe bomb and he came back, cult of personality. I'm pretty sure Living Color was so happy uh, that somebody, I'm pretty sure, they got permission, of course, but uh, we're so happy that, yeah, somebody's using this now. Our stuff is popular now, and we're selling, uh, I guess downloads and stuff like that. We're getting because they go off royalties, not um, what's the other one? Can't think of it. Yeah, they go on royalties, not residuals. The union control or union operated Screen Actors Guild and stuff like Stuntman's Guild, stuff like that. They do residuals because they put their 2 cents into it. No pun intended. It's see that everybody gets whatever amount. Then I guess however popular the show is, it might you might get more royalties or whatever. That's why some people got like um, I forgot what show it was. Guy was like almost I don't even think he had maybe 2 lines in it, but he got a royalty check for 28 cents. Or not royalty, a residual check for 28 cents. Now royalties are different. Royalties are pretty much between the artist, the music artist, pretty sure their agent, and whoever wants to license or use the license rights to their music. That's how Europe, it's tell Tony Khan, yeah, you want to use Final Countdown, fine. $280,000. I think it was 280, 250, something like that. I'll have to rewatch that whole episode. I think I even mentioned on the AEW Dynamite recap that week or the pay per view because it kept playing that song in the loop, and finally Matt Jackson got on the mic and said, "Hey, quit playing that song because that costs us $250,000 every time you play it." I think it was on the pay per view or one of the Dynamite. I can't remember because they were like going like all out brawl or something like that. See, like today's stuff, you just forget just like that. But yeah, don't know why I got on the tangent about music and Terminator and heavy equipment being operated by AI and people with remote controls. Anyway, back to the plugs. So yeah, joining me Tuesday for it's not a live stream; it's just a recorded show. Or Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. I do another video every week called WWE Raw Recap Show where I recap matches and give my 2 cents on the matches that takes place on Raw every week. So usually try to have that out Tuesday evening. Um, Sometimes Wednesday. I can tell you right now, Monday or Tuesday next week's going to kick my rear end. So I might be able to get it done. We'll see. Also do an AEW Dynamite recap show. Usually try to have that on Thursday evenings. Of course, this week's AEW Dynamite is going to be the go home show for All In Wembley Stadium 2024. So that should be interesting. Speaking of Thursday and speaking of All In, every Thursday I do a live stream called Spot Show Live Stream where I discuss today's wrestling news. And of course, this week we'll do a AEW All In 2024 prediction segment. So check that out. See how well I do, and just kind of talk about the matches, see what matches I'm looking forward to, and this, that, and the other. However, if you're not digging the new stuff, or you want to learn about the old stuff, and maybe tune in one of these watch-alongs, got something for you. It's tonight's program. Wrestling Gold Friday night. That's every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Saturday morning in Japan, and 5 a.m. Saturday morning in India. Also, the Thursday night one starts at 8 p.m. Eastern as well. Sorry, I forgot that part. But of course, next week we'll talk about this day in wrestling history, which would be the August 23rd. Years slipping by. It's already almost time to get those hoodies out. Before you know, it's gonna be fall weather, which I can handle. This hot 100-degree temperature. like Danny Glover says, get 12 that shit. Anyway, uh, but me and my brother and a couple of people discuss this. I rather for it to be 93 degrees than 33 degrees. I cannot do cold, really cold weather. Anyway, so yes, Wrestling Gold Friday night. We'll talk about this day in wrestling history, everything that happened on, or a few things that happened on August 23rd throughout the history of pro wrestling. Also, hey, I think we kind of decided we're gonna. I'm gonna try and find some Deep South wrestling from 85, 86, or 86, 87. I know it didn't last that long, but gonna try some footage from that and see if we can all watch that together and share some memories about Deep South wrestling. Um, Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Hey, tell your friends that watch along with us, man. Tell your coworkers, if they're wrestling fans, tune in to any of my program, in my content. Especially, I really do like doing the live stuff a little bit better than recording. Even though I sound like a imbecile live, I sound like a retard. Oh, excuse me. Um, I sound like a doofus recorded, but a double doofus live. So it's all in good fun. So yeah, hopefully everybody has a good week. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and come join me next week. Bring a friend. Like I said, trying to get this thing. Trying to get the 1,000 subscribers and um, what is it now? Come on. But yes, need 1,000 subscribers plus. Holy crap! When did that happen? I thought I only had like 200 subscribers. So as of right now, if like that's the if that's the number I have now, appreciate you all for being new subscribers. If you're watching this, appreciate it a lot. Wow. So yeah, shoot for 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and I just not so creative with the shorts. Uh, but hey, I do have shorts out there, so keep watching those too because if I need either 4,000 watch hours or 10 million short views. So don't know if I have enough short videos to fill the time slot for 10 million. Let's 10 million to watch all my stuff at once. Anyway, wow, wow. Yeah, I don't. Sometimes I don't look on this often, and I thought I had like 200, and according to this, I got a lot more than that. I mean, not huge number, but I think I thought I had 250, but now I'm according to this. This is right. 300 subscribers. I need to check this more often. But yes, appreciate you guys all. 303 more one of you people. Appreciate it a lot. So definitely going to get this in order. So I am very humbled right now to see that. Anyway, let's see that's something different. I'll look in a minute. So one of these numbers are wrong, but I'll figure it out later. Anyway, until next week. See you next week. Be good. Have a good one and take it easy. Thank you for it. Drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPTV 46. Until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.